All right, so we just got a new camera, so I feel like it's something that you kind of have to do where you start with a, you know, like a full day of eating or a day in the life or something like that. So, yeah, we're getting started. We just, I just woke up, first cup of coffee, had my vitamins. Now let's go mess with the girls and be annoying to the girls. I have strep throat or something like that. I'm sick. I got some sort of bacterial vaginosis from Christine and the baby who were sick recently. But yeah, this is what a morning looks like at the English household. Look, we got doggies and all the doggies that are being annoying.
This is also going on our YouTube channel.
This is going on your YouTube channel?
This is going on both of our YouTube channels, but this is technically my channel.
It's a school day for you, dude. Shouldn't you be getting ready for school? Mommy, where are you? Should we rip the blankets off of her?
But these are none of her YouTube channels.
These are none of her YouTube channels? No, she doesn't have a YouTube channel. Yes, you have to be cool to have a YouTube channel. Jen. All right, so I'm going to go do fasted cardio. June is, if the camera doesn't go back on her soon, she's going to lose it. Am I right, baby? You need the camera at all times? You're a star. She's into Miley Cyrus right now, right? Okay. Anyway, it's time for some fasted cardio, and then I'll come back. I think we have some groceries coming, so maybe I'll go over the groceries.
Okay, can you give me the camera now, please?
Why? All right. Hey guys. Shut up, I'm filming, okay? God, it's hard to be a fucking influencer. I mean, a YouTube influencer when you got people who just don't understand what's going on. So, just got done with my cardio. I'm gonna take some NAD+. It's an off day, so I'm supposed to take it anyway, but I'm not feeling well, so maybe I'll abuse it a little bit today. Some of my GH. And what day is it today? Tuesday? I think I might do my Retrutide today, just to feel a little bit better. Hold on, I need to get some. And there you go, it goes off. I don't know why this thing the screen just shuts off. And then I don't know when the recording stops, if the recording stops, what's going on. I have no idea. I'm just gonna load these up real quick and I'm actually gonna hop in a shower. That way they're done. When I'm done, ready to go. And I'll be nice and clean. So that's 1 ml of the NAD+. And we're gonna do 3 IUs. Growth hormone here, and that'll get the day started and get things moving. All right, I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see this, but I had a few people, I posted this on Instagram, and I had a few of you guys ask me about how to make it. So this is just 2 scoops of protein powder. That's it, nothing else in here, 2 scoops of protein powder, nothing more, nothing less. All right, and all I'm gonna do is take note of how much water is going in here because it's important not to overdo it. So you start with a little tiny bit of water, right? And you can always add more, but you can't take away, right? So you gotta start really small, just a little bit more, because once you go overboard, you end up with less of a pudding here and more of a soup, right? And the soup is never palatable, and then you gotta add more protein in. You already got 2 scoops in here. What are you gonna have, fucking 90 grams of protein for breakfast? Christine's gonna come barging through the door any minute. So again, you can see now it's kind of like a really thick, this is actually almost too thick, right? So I'm gonna give it just a little bit more water, tad bit, don't go crazy, calm down, everybody chill. General shush. So we're gonna work that last little bit in and try to turn this into a little bit more of a paste here. We're working it. All right, good luck getting the spoon out once you're there, all right? Now, we gotta get out our dark chocolate and our frozen raspberries, okay? Cutting board, knife. And this is Theo dark chocolate, 80%, 85%? 85%. I'm gonna take a decent chunk today. I'm not feeling well. Dark chocolate has its benefits there, especially as an anti-inflammatory. So we're just gonna chop that up into decent size, little chunks here. Decent size. Come on, let's go. Typically, I just use 1 square dark chocolate, which is pretty good for 2 scoops of whey, but we'll see. This is more chocolate, the better. And then the only other thing I'm gonna do here, which that's why I like this, super easy, super quick, super simplistic. And we got our breakfast for the day, or meal 1 in this case. don't know why the screen just shuts down. I'm sure maybe that's in settings somewhere. 75 grams of raspberries. That's Christine's horrible mouth in the background if you could hear it. All right, and that's it. That's what we got. So now we got our whey protein, dark chocolate with cashews in it, sea salt, raspberries. I'll put that in the fridge for a few minutes. And I'm gonna make myself some coffee, and that's gonna be meal one. All right, I clearly need to get the tripod thing situated here. I don't know, how do people do this? Like, what do I just stand this far away from the camera? And even then, it's not like you're gonna be able to see me very well, can you? All right, so we got a grocery haul in here from Whole Foods, and Christine's already complaining that I didn't get Cheerios or cucumbers, that I spent too much money on fish. Anything else you want to add, babe, while the video's going? What? I can't hear you. I don't know, she's complaining about something. So just a few things now. We ordered the other day from Amazon Fresh, where I got a few things. Like, that's typically where I'll get like my bison, ground turkey if we're getting it, ground chicken, 98% lean ground chicken when we're getting it. Stuff like that, it's much cheaper. Honestly, if you go on Fresh and they recognize that you're ordering some things, I've realized this over time, they'll, at some points, they'll send some deals. They don't send the deals, but like when you log on and you look at it, at least for me anyway, maybe I'm on Amazon that much, but I've seen plenty of times where I go into Amazon Fresh and I'm looking at the things that I typically buy, like the bison. Like right now it's $10.99, right? If I get that same bison on, it's $10.99 on Fresh, and it is $12.99 on Whole Foods. Same exact brand, you know, leanness, all that different stuff. So again, it's a lot cheaper usually to get the proteins on Fresh and or in person, but I would say on Amazon Fresh, you can typically get it at a better price than what you would get it at most stores. And that's, you know, legit as it relates to Central Jersey, ShopRite, Wegmans, things of that nature, right? It's more expensive in stores than you ordering. So that's always cool. But as far as the food I got, I needed a little bit of break from chicken because typically we just do ground chicken. So I was gonna order breast, but they didn't have the family size things of the Bell & Evans breast. So I ended up getting some halibut, which was super expensive, but obviously halibut is delicious. So I got a couple pounds of that to switch things up a little bit. I do have turkey, like I said, I got the other day. I have salmon, I have bison, but those are things that we typically have all the time. I need to switch up something. I got a couple of zucchinis. I got a big ass thing. I did not realize I bought this much mushroom, so I'm gonna be eating mushroom with every single meal. The next couple of days, I got an eggplant I gotta get rid of too, so nothing but eggplant and mushrooms for at least the next couple of days here. I got Yasso Greek yogurt bars. These are things that I'll eat every once in a while. Every one bar here for this one has 2 grams of fat, 17 carb, and 4 grams of protein, so 100 calories. Not bad for 100 calories. Cosmic apples. I don't know what the fuck Cosmic apple is, but it sounded cool, so I got it. Actually, it was cheap, that's why I got it. Some strawberries and raspberries for June. I actually buy my raspberries and stuff frozen. Those are in the freezer. We obviously always have fresh fruit. I like to have fresh fruit too. I say I buy it for June, but I'll eat it as well. I think bell peppers. Bell peppers are a staple for me too. That's one of those ones that I really like. Obviously, we get some benefits from having, you know, colored veggies in our diet. We'll get some particular benefits from having red bell pepper in the diet, but the bottom line is, what was my point? Oh, this is one of those veggies, onions, peppers. I think we could really have those in the diet, less from even a nutritional standpoint, more so from a flavor and kind of what they add to the meal standpoint. Sourdough bread, everybody always talks about sourdough bread. The problem with 99.9% of sourdough bread that you're gonna get in America is that it's just not a very high quality sourdough bread. It's a processed to shit sourdough bread. Look at the ingredients panel for any sourdough bread you're looking at. And what you really want here, I don't know if this is gonna, is we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients here, right? 4 ingredients, including the sea salt. So that's a high quality sourdough bread, and that's what you want. You can usually tell how much
kind of, potentially how much gluten the bread has in it by how soft it is. Like this is a bread that's kind of like a little bit more firm, the sourdough bread that we're getting here, a little bit more firm. If you're grabbing a bread off the shelf at a ShopRite or a Stop and Shop or whatever your major regional grocery store is, and you're picking it up and it's super, super soft, usually that's a good sign there's a decent bit of gluten in there. And then I got a cantaloupe because I like cantaloupe. Super low in calorie, and I enjoy it, actually. I enjoy honeydew, I enjoy cantaloupe, watermelon, those types of fruits. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and pomegranate juice. I don't think I touched on the pomegranate juice. Usually, I would say when we're looking at our diet, we're looking at getting the collective benefit of eating a healthy diet over the long period of time, right? And that's really what we're looking at when it comes to, the kind of changes that we might get as it relates to our overall health, and looking at things like blood work specifically. There are a few foods that we could add in and maybe get a very real or direct change as far as specific things on blood work. So typically, again, if I have somebody whose lipids are jacked up, their liver enzymes are jacked, whatever it might be, I'm not going directly to a food source and saying, hey, let's go ahead and let's add this in there. I mean, essentially we could do that. It probably isn't realistic for most people to eat enough of these foods to be able to have a significant difference in terms of the liver enzyme. Usually when we're looking at those things directly, there is a significant difference that needs to be had at that point, right? Something like pomegranate juice though, right? And again, there are some foods like having salmon in the diet has been shown to have a direct correlation to better lipid levels over a period of time, just adding that salmon to the diet. And again, there's other things too. I just can't think of them off the top of my head where they're very real foods. I don't know if you would consider apple cider vinegar as being a food or a supplement. I think that kind of goes either way. Maybe it doesn't illustrate my point as well. But yeah, there are particular foods that could have very real impacts. Maybe, things like arugula and bile acid production, dark chocolate having a very real impact on certain things. But again, pomegranate juice, this one, I do use it as more of a carbohydrate. I shouldn't say more of, I use it as a carbohydrate additive for around training, right? But I'm also using this for the health benefits and the impact that it could have in terms of my overall blood work or my overall health. Actually, specifically, interested in the blood pressure regulation benefits of pomegranate juice. So I'll add this in on a regular basis, and I have it pre-workout because I typically train first thing in the morning. So I'll do, I think 125 grams of this gets me about a little over 20 grams, I think 20 grams of carbohydrates is 125 grams of this juice, or 125 milliliters of this juice is 25 grams of carbs or 20 grams of carbs. So again, at that point, it just makes a little bit of sense. I'll mix it with my whatever I'm having pre-workout, 20 grams of carbs, bing, bang, boom, and I get the benefits of the pomegranate juice over time as well. But yeah, quick grocery haul thing. I feel like such a influencer. All right, so at this point, it's 8 o'clock. You see I got my cool ass glasses on, which are just to help me relax a little bit. And now I'm gonna go with my nighttime tea that I got here. All right, I got my cool ass Viking mug from Epcot, of course. I'm going in with a chamomile, vanilla manuka honey, Immune Zoom from Traditional Medicines, and then Throat Coat from Traditional Medicines. And not only is this gonna help because I'm not feeling well right now, I've had a sore throat all day. Again, June came home sick and kind of gotten passed around again. This year has been the worst I've had in a long time. 1 pack of sweetener, but the Immune Zoom Throat Coat's gonna help my throat, it's gonna help me feel better, but it's also gonna help with gut health. I'd have to look at the ingredients, but it's definitely gonna help with gut health. And there's peppermint in there, marshmallow, a few different things that's going to be good for our gut, our GI tract, kind of settling things down there. And then obviously the chamomile tea to help me relax a little bit, in addition to my glasses and kind of unwinding
I'm gonna start watching. I'm gonna watch an episode of Reacher, which I just started yesterday or the day before that or something like that, and then I'll probably switch over to something even more mindless just to be able to shut down even further. Christine and June are in the bath right now, so I'll wait for them to get out. Probably lay down with June while she goes to bed, and yeah, I got one more meal to go, and then I'm done for the night. All right. So my last meal here is going to be a scoop of whey protein that I got, and then we got 20 grams of the dark chocolate I had earlier, and an apple. And then from there, we're gonna call it a night once I feed these begging dogs the treat. And yeah, about it. So we'll see how this edit comes out, and maybe do another one.